Hey everyone, it's April. Thank you for joining me as I finish this game up. I meant to do it much earlier, but I have a small amount of trauma linked with the battle versus Nyx, the final boss. See, Nyx took a really long time for me to beat. My daughter's second birthday was that day, and my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law were fiddling around. So I told them to let me know when they were going to sing happy birthday to my daughter, and I can join in. I went back to the game, then in about 5 minutes, I hear them singing happy birthday without me. What the fuck was that shit? I'll take that one. Just gonna bring it in and drop it. What the hell's wrong with you guys today? That's how you give it to me, huh? Hand it to me. Close the door. Close the door. Thank you. Give me a second. Till I don't know. I mean, it got to the point that in the earlier video, I said I was waiting for my daughter to waiting for them to sing happy birthday to my daughter, and I thought I was gonna finish this, real quick and head out there and say, do the happy birthday thing, and then come back to the game, but they didn't. They totally didn't do that for me. They intentionally made it abnormally long so that I would be pulling my hair out over the crap. I was pretty hurt then because I thought that these three women in my life had, common decency towards men. But I understand that sometimes people don't get the love they should get from their fathers, and it kind of messes them up. They don't want to feel like it's their fault, and they shouldn't. But some people take it too far where they want to continuously relive these feelings to the point where they simply cannot emotionally grow. I mean, we all have our triggers, but if your significant other's trigger is, a man has a hobby, or why is he happy, or he's trying to be a better parent than me, these people are incapable of the concept of love, and I suggest you run very far away. Now, after all that, I know what you're saying. Oh, shut the hell up and stop talking about feelings and psychological crap. I want to talk about Persona 3, a game that has nothing to do with feelings and psychological crap. Well, I'm typing this script on my daughter's birthday, so I'm dedicating this one to her, even though she don't want to hear about feelings and psychological crap either. Happy birthday, Sophia. So let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? If you want a quick synopsis of what Persona 3 is, the first review that I did should be sufficient. If you're in for the long haul, though, then there's plenty of plot summary playlists to keep you sufficiently informed. I'll put it up in the corner here. I played the original Persona 3 where my character, Yusef Ghibli, was the only person I could control. I couldn't tell others what to do. I just had to hope the AI wasn't stupid as hell. I finished that game and then found out that there was an updated version called Persona 3 Foreign Exchange Student, or FES for short. And that the actual name of the main character was Makoto Yuki. And in the PSP version, you could control the other characters in the fight. And I saw the ending of the remake, and it's about the same with different voices. I don't like it. I just love the animatronic chibis. You have to be really expressive with less facial expressions to tell the story. I love stuff like that. But one thing bothered me. I played the other games like Persona 4 Arena and Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and the Persona 3 cast is there except for Makoto. But the Persona 4 protagonist, Yu Narukami, is there. Where's my homie? Well, there is an extra ending called The Answer that I didn't know about. Now, at the end of Persona 3, after they save the planet using the power of friendship and busting Nyx with a spirit gun, everyone loses their memory. But they all agreed to meet at the same spot the last day of the school year. So when that day comes, they all remember to head up there, and Makoto lays on Aigis' lap and falls asleep. Here's the thing though, Makoto never wakes up. He just stays asleep until he's dead. This episode, The Answer, picks up from there.
This ordeal, it may be that we brought it upon ourselves. The fact that a future exists and being able to access it are very different things. We did not understand such an obvious and natural principle yet. Indeed, we understood very little. We knew nothing about using the key to open the path to the future.
We start off with Fuka calling Yukari, asking her if she's going to make the final dorm meeting. The answer is no, because it is Yukari. There is an avoidance issue. There always is.
Didn't you see the message I left on the board? I have cram school today. I left all the stuff at the dorm, so I don't have to be there in person, right?
I suppose not, but are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
I don't like Yukari. She's one of those people that has daddy issues. So she spends the whole game surrounding herself by strong dudes and then treats those dudes like crap because she doesn't feel strong enough.
Can't believe she backed up behind us like she was so brave.
We don't need your permission to be here.
Hey, are you nuts?
Come on, don't be intimidated by these scum.
What was that?
These guys are the worst.
You ought to learn to shut that trap of yours. Man, I feel sorry for you, Goatee. This bitch is a pain in the ass.
She sure is. Aww.
Even though she knows that everyone in the group has psychologically destructive circumstances as well. And people in the comments like her, but I think that might be transference. So whenever you need Yukari to come through, she always runs her big mouth, but doesn't really back it. Just like here. She is supposed to help everyone get closure, and she bails. I mean, it's understandable, but it doesn't make her a really good friend. And Akihiko isn't there either. So he's also a douche. So they have the final dorm meeting, and everyone has to hand in their evokers, the little guns that they use to pop themselves. Remember, to call their personas, the Seeds members had to shoot themselves in the head or in the chest over and over again, you know, kind of like unaliving themselves. The fourth one did away with this practice for obvious reasons. It is revealed that Aigis is not going back to school anymore.
Seriously? Why? Can't she stay in school like before?
The decision was mine. I'm sorry I didn't mention it sooner. I enjoyed being with you all, but I need to find my own way of life.
The crew decides they're going to chill out and do nothing as a send-off to the dorm. Time flies by until it's close to midnight. Junpei complains.
Well, all that stuff aside, doesn't something feel weird to you guys? I'll be walking around and people act like as long as they're happy right now, nothing else matters. Those stupid stories that Strega spread around are still out there, you know? Makes me think, is this what we almost died to protect?
Are you saying people don't know how good they have it? You're sounding like an old man.
My army friend would complain about that too. Like, he leaves some shitty circumstances to fight in a war, does a good job, and comes home to find the shitty circumstances hadn't changed. He was like, this is what I fought to protect? Yes, it is. No one will break stride because you went to battle in a place where they can't see. He realized this after a while, and because of that, he became a bit of a nihilist.
At the tone, the time will be midnight.
What was that? Midnight. It can't be. Is it the dark hour again?
Nah, everything's fine out there.
So that was weird. Ken verified that it is yesterday, the 31st, by looking at his cell phone, but everyone is ready for bed, so whatever. Aigis can't sleep because she's having nightmares about Makoto. Hold on. Holy crap. Look at how many school uniforms she has. I guess they only wash and dry clean them like once a month. Oh my gosh, I ripped another jacket. Oh no, my skirt looks really messed up and everybody can see my panties. She notices a blue butterfly that eventually rests on her hand. But right after that, there is an explosion and Fuka comes to get her. When Aigis gets there, Naruto run, she sees that the intruder has knocked everyone else on their butt. Aigis is also stunned to see the intruder is the same model as Aigis herself. The intruder identifies herself as Metis and proclaims that she is Aigis' protector. And so she's going to kill the others. No need to thank her. You know Aigis can't have that, so she fights Metis. She beats her butt until...
Much stronger than expected. I have no choice.
Huh? Is this?
Is that Ordeal mode?
No way!
My body!
Hindrances will be removed.
I won't let that happen anymore!
What's this?
Don't tell me.
Aigis! Hey!
So Aigis is put in the same place Makoto was when he learned of his powers as the Fool, making Makoto the main character in the story and able to use any persona. It's called the Velvet Room, even though I always think of it as an elevator. From the background, it looks like it is constantly rising. Also, velvet things are usually red, but anyway. Igor is the man with the penguin nose, and Elizabeth is the girl on the side.
This place exists between mind and matter, a room for those who have forged a contract. Yes, in awakening to the power of the wild card, you are now bound to a contract. From this moment forth, you are our guest in the Velvet Room. The ability to hold multiple personas and wield their powers. Until recently, a young man with the same talent was our guest here.
You know of him?
Indeed I do. He achieved a marvelous thing, reaching the answer to life. The power you have gained is a means to attain that answer.
This answer, if I reach it, would it mean my death?
All who live journey in search of the answer, and they reach it at the journey's end. If you have close ties to people you call friends, remember this. Strength of heart, when united, is barred by no door. It was the same for that young man. And that is all I can tell you.
So now that Aigis is the Fool with her own question to answer, she gets a key and Igor excuses her out. When Aigis wakes up in the real world, she finds Yukari there, ready to be as likable as the comments told me she is.
I came because Mitsuru-senpai called for me just in case, and I get caught up in this? Give me a break.
Weird things are under the floor, and Metis told the others to gear Aigis up in this ill tank suit. Aigis goes to where they have Metis all tied up and finds out that she was asleep the whole time.
Let's release her. I don't know if she can be trusted, but I believe she has no intention of fighting us. Besides which, if she has the same parameters as I do, the chains will not hold her anyway.
And these friggin' non-stop shifts were for nothing?
Junpei was like, whoa! It's time for a Star Trek information dump as Metis and the gang fill Aigis in on what happened while she was asleep.
The abyss of time below us is causing a space-time distortion.
It's difficult to explain. It may be easier to show you.
I'll lead the way. Please follow me.
Hey, who elected you mayor?
So because of the abyss of time downstairs, time is skipping back a day at midnight, making every day the 31st. Also, the crew are stuck in the dorm, so I'm assuming that all of them started their day in the dorm. Mitsuru sent Akihiko and Yukari a text. Does that mean they got the text in the dorm when they woke up? Or that they came back to the dorm after getting the text? Yukari makes it sound like she came back.
I came because Mitsuru-senpai called for me just in case, and I get caught up in this?
I hate time travel stories. They go downstairs and, goodness gracious, they talk a lot. Metis surmised that the reason the abyss is under the dorm is because this group of people is special. She is certain that, together, they will have to fight whatever it is in the abyss to destroy it and bring time back to normal again. Apparently, resources aren't infinite when the day repeats. I'm confused of the rules here.
If we can't leave the dorm, how will we eat? If we're stuck here for long enough and we run out of food, are we going to starve to death?
No!
At this point, the group gets frustrated because Metis wants to lead, and she's kinda bossy.
You say you want to protect Aigis, but what's in it for you?
In it? I'm doing this because I care about her. For heaven's sake, she's my only sister!
About that, your claim doesn't fit the facts. Aigis was the last of her series, and none of her model were produced afterward. To hear you talk, it sounds like you've been in this abyss of time from the start. That bothers me. You said this is uncharted territory, unconnected to the outside world, am I correct?
That's...
Aren't you supposed to be a weapon anyway? How do you square that with attacking us to save Aigis?
Wait, what? They covered this part. She thinks you guys are the reason her and Aigis are stuck here. She was hoping eliminating the humans would save Aigis. One of the things that irritates me about the writing in this game is that because of how long the game is between cutscenes, the people end up saying things over and over again. Not only that, but whenever they have a reaction that seems to make sense, they will always back up that reaction with a question, which wastes a lot of time. Like, what's the point of putting an exclamation mark or a question mark on top of people's head if you're going to have them ask a fluff question or something? Aigis is the worst at this, which is pretty bad because she's the protagonist now. Makoto was a silent protagonist, but now that we have a protagonist that says something, she says things very slow and thoughtful.
This answer, if I reach it, would it mean my death? Abyss of time?
Aigis points out that the crew doesn't really have another plan, but they also don't trust Metis, so they could just as well leave her here. I don't know how they would stop her from tagging along, but sure. Metis is sure jacked up about that idea, though.
All alone? Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you, Aigis. I'll listen to you from now on. I will. Please don't leave me.
Well, Senpai, do we take her along or not? 'Cause if this is our only choice, I just want to hurry up and get it over with.
So glad she's here. Anyway, Mitsuru suggests that Aigis is the leader, and the crew all goes back upstairs to suit up and look at some crap Fuka found when the floor opened up.
Hey, Aigis. Since Mitsuru Senpai just mentioned it, what's up with you suddenly having his power?
I really don't know. When I thought we might lose someone else, I became scared, and suddenly...
Metis, was it? Do you know anything about this?
I just met her. How would I know? Anyway, if you already know someone with that same power, why not just ask him? Aigis? I promise to listen to what you say. So, could I call you sister?
Go right ahead.
Thank you, sister!
Now that the scene is over, I want to say that, in the original game, Aigis came out all creepy trying to protect Makoto. Remember, she was spying on him from the woods at the beach and everything. So the main question should be, where did Metis come from? Not, what's in it for Metis? By the way, I'm using videos from YouTube to make this plot summary, so these are all genuine thoughts as I'm experiencing this for the first time. Alright, that's all we got time for this week. Now that we've got most of the explaining stuff out of the way, the Sea's crew can finally attack this abyss of time problem. That girl Metis is a little irritating. She's like another Yukari. Except it looks like she has more of a problem with Akihiko than Junpei. Yukari's always riding Junpei hard. Not in a good way. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week so we can get this story moving. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. You guys saved me like Neo saved Agent Smith, and I'll see you next week. Peace.